Magic or magnets? The winter blades factor is what we're going to look at today, but not yet. There is a good chance that I'm going to hold on to this as long as I can. This is Jared's knife. He sent it along with that last package of stuff. First day in pockets on this winter blades factor, and I've got to tell you, like, even with unboxing, I was impressed. Now, I'm filming this now. You guys won't see this for a couple weeks, so I'm probably going to actually slide this up. You guys have not even seen the unboxing. Well, you may have seen the unboxing on this. This is the Winter Blades Factor, and this thing is amazing. So I've had it in pocket all day today, and it was hard not to put this in my pocket. This thing uses magnets for its detent and its lock. So anywhere you would think you had a spring, like a lock bar spring or an axis lock spring or anything like that, you've got magnets. So give me a second. We're gonna get some size comparison stuff and take a look at it, and I'll tell you more about like the things I've done with this so far this morning. But first things first, give me a second. We're gonna grab some things for size comparison. Before we do the size comparison, this is done in M390 steel, carbon fiber, and titanium, and this thing is ultra light. So not a huge knife. Not a real big knife, but it is comfortable in hand. It is unique and comfortable in hand. But first, let's do some quick size comparison. First knife we're going to use is a knife that is kind of similar in blade shape, I guess. The QSP Penguin. So you see QSP Penguin, just pretty much spot on. They're both kind of a Warncliffe. This is, I just wanted something that was in relatively in close size comparison. So with the QSP Penguin, you're looking pretty much 1-for-1 on that one. So the next one is the Benchmade 940, a little bit bigger knife, but it is a relatively good size comparison. This is not a huge knife. So there you got your Benchmade 940. So your next one is the Chris Reeve Sebenza, and I thought you figured that was coming. Most people know the size of a large Sebenza 21. So you see it's not that much smaller, but it's also, I mean, this is not a small knife. It's also not a big knife. This is just kind of a middle-sized, medium of the line, middle of the road size knife. So let's take a quick look at this thing, because this thing's fun.
I hate to interrupt the video because I know we're having fun, but I do have to do the YouTuber thing and remind you that this channel is self-sponsored with all the affiliate links and stuff you see down below. Anything from knives, tools, EDC gear, and Blade HQ, anything, all the Amazon links, they all support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Now let's go back to the knives.
And with the magic of editing, it's gone, and we can take a look at this. This thing came from Jared, and I'd seen it, and I'm like, magnets, how can it be, how good can it be with magnets? Magnets can be problematic, there's going to be issues and things like that, and I haven't seen any of those. So first things first, the lock runs on a magnet. So there's a magnet in here that when this knife goes forward, it pulls it forward and into the lock mechanism. So it's a magnetic axis lock, basically. And then when it gets down to here, there's a detent. So you can actually, this thing will suck it up into detent against, now you're making me into a liar. At any rate, it sucks it up against gravity because it's magnetic. So you have you got two little pieces here that keep it centered and two magnets that hold it in place. And I got to tell you, the detent on it feels amazing. It is such a unique feel. There is a little bit of resistance like you would expect with a detent, but then once it goes, there's no resistance because you don't have anything riding on the blade. So the only thing in there is your bearings. You don't have any additional friction. There's no detent ball riding. So if your bearings are nice and smooth, it's amazing. The lock and everything's really cool. I like the lime accents. Carbon fiber on one side makes it really light. M390 steel is a good choice. This has been really fun all day, and this is a flipper. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on here. I just have to say, like, give me a second. I want to think of how I want to say this.
All right.
I thought about what I wanted to say because I want to get this across as clearly as I can. This knife doesn't do anything new. It really doesn't. It has all the same functions and features as your regular folding knife. It flips. It's got the equivalent to an axis bar lock. It's got the equivalent to a flipper, reverse flick. It's got detent. It's got lock on it, like an axis lock or a sliding bar lock. But it does all of it differently. and it does it brilliantly. There's gonna be a lot of videos about this knife on this channel because I don't understand why this is the first time anyone's done this. I don't know if Brian Winter, I believe that was his name. Hang on a second. Absolutely. Brian Winters. I don't know if Brian is the first person that has thought of doing it and did it, or if he's just the first person that had the brain power to make it work, because it's brilliant. Not only is it, I don't mean brilliant like as in a brilliant idea. I mean brilliant in execution and brilliant in how it works. It is everything you want in a knife with a lot of the things you don't. Now, I do know that there's going to be some questions about, what about magnetic, the magnets accumulating magnetic dust and things like that. I don't know about that. Now, I haven't taken it apart to really look. I do know that the magnets in the detent area are just exposed magnets. You can see them right in there, exposed magnets. So I don't know what the ramifications of metal dust and stuff getting there, but the magnets seem fairly strong, but they also are not insanely strong where you couldn't just take a piece of tape or maybe some silly putty and pick up the metal residue. But, there's other ways you can do that where maybe a plastic cap over top that's removable so that the metal dust comes off, but the magnets stay clean, little things like that. But that right there on its own, that sound it makes, the way it feels, that little double click, when that lock is pushed all the way back and you first start to rotate it through. Oh, now it's not gonna do it for me. There you go. You get that first click when the lock is all the way back. You get that little click and then the follow through. It sounds great. It feels great. And I love the way it just drops even when you're upside down. That's what I was saying. The knife's upside down. This knife won't do that. None of my knives will fight gravity to go back into detent. This does. It's amazing. Now, the only thing I can think of, you might have issues while sharpening because now the blade's a little magnetized in places. And I think that corresponds directly to that little white piece. So I believe that maybe if your pivot's a little loose, it starts touching those pieces, but that's what they're there for. So guys, I can't tell you how cool it, once you get used to the way it feels in hand with that little bit of removed material there, it doesn't bother me. It just works. It's amazing. And for first day in pockets, I mean, there's a lot to be said for how cool this knife is. And the fact is, it's ground so thin, it's a laser. Is it functional? Fuck, yes it is. I'm sorry, I don't like to curse in my videos, but I can't think anyone else to describe it. You gotta drop an F-bomb every once in a while. It just fucking works. And does it well. And does it to a point that I wish I could retrofit all of my knives to feel like this. That detent is just amazing. The drop shut. I've not had a knife come in that literally gives me goosebumps in a while. And this is one of them. I just can't say enough about this. And when we get around to doing the full review, guys, it's going to be nuts. So I really don't know what else to say about it. It's unique look. It's gorgeous. It's done well. Everything about it is amazing. I wish Jared's not getting this knife back for a very long time. This thing's staying here for a very long time. He's going to have to maybe get a court order to get his knife back. I don't know. I have not had anything that came in that I fell in love with this quickly in a very, very long time. I can't think of anything that I have, except maybe the Valona, because the Valona did so many things so well at such a price point. I don't know the price on this. Please don't leave price in the comment section. You guys know I fly into this blind. This is truly, truly brilliant. Like I said, not just brilliant that they used magnets, but brilliant in the way it's executed and how incredible it feels. Does it have some issues? Yeah, I don't like the fact that the blade sticks out like that. Can you really get into it? No, you'd have to try really hard. But, if you had kid, little fingers, maybe. I don't see a downside to this. I don't see any negatives to doing knives like this. He needs to get other companies on board to license this to them. This is truly, truly brilliant. I'm going to try and send Brian a link to this video. Thousands of knives on this channel, and this is the first one that has ever sounded like that, went into detent on its own like that, except a switchblade. My switchblades are the only knives that will fight gravity to go back home into detent. Man, guys, I just like, I could stay here forever and talk about this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get this back in my pocket so we can actually video this. It's just amazing. It really, I gotta stop. Okay, let's turn this around and do some final thoughts.
The WINTERBLADE Factor. This thing's amazing, guys. Not even close to joking. I think this is probably one of the coolest things I've had on the channel ever. So, yeah. Guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. Please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe. Share the videos with people you think would like them. Hit the bell icon so you get notifications of the 9 videos, 5 shorts, and 3 live feeds that I do a week. Other ways you can do it. However, if you want to support the channel financially, I have a ton of affiliate links down below. I mentioned it mid-roll of the video. Anything you purchase from the affiliate links down below directly supports the channel. So check it out. I've got a bunch of stuff, gear recommendation, knives, a VPN, coffee brand coffee, some other stuff, Blade HQ, where you can find most of the stuff you see on the channel. So it directly supports the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. I also have a membership where you can get it on a tier-based membership. Tiers get you different benefits. Just pick a tier that gets you what you want. Everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service and has access to my gilded server. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the gilded server, and the premium tier guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series I've built. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co where you can pick up my merchandise. And if you want to purchase my merchandise, I can save you 10% at checkout with the coupon code CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. It saves you 10% anywhere on Ember Shirt Co at checkout. And if you send pictures of you wearing my merchandise, I will put them in a video. Guys, that's it. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.